Welcome back, fellow knights, to another glorious siege battle. Today we are playing Total War Rome 2, and this is actually a unfortified settlement. So there's no walls. Of course, we do have the advantage of choke points and hills and vantage points and whatnot, but it is going to be a lot more challenging since we don't have the safety of the arrow towers and the walls. So I thought this was going to be pretty interesting. Also, it's super foggy. It is very, very foggy. Now, before we dive into this battle, which, by the way, we got some glorious artillery. Look at this. Explosive rounds. Boom! I know I shouldn't like that because I'm playing as one of the defenders, and this is my ally, Nico, who's leading the Macedonians, but I can't help it. I love the juicy artillery hits, no matter who it's hitting, unless it's my army, because then that just sucks. But I do want to let you guys know before we dive in, all my battles the last couple weeks, most of them have been streamed live. And then I just upload the replay to YouTube. And if you guys want to participate in these battles, everyone is welcome. All I ask is that you have a decent computer and solid internet connection, only for viewers' sake, because it can cause some lag and it gets too laggy for people to enjoy, you know, who are watching the stream. But all you have to do is join my Discord. There's a link to that down below. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you a little Discord video, like, you know, showing you how to use the Discord and how you can participate in these battles. Because again, guys, as long as you have a decent computer, solid connection, and you have, of course, the game, you can take part in these epic battles. So again, stay tuned for the very end of the video, and I will show you around my Discord. And all the links to my streaming page and my Discord are down in the video description. Okay, so let's dive into this battle. You can tell it's already underway, very fast paced. So we're gonna go pretty quick here. We are getting attacked by 3 armies of the Thracian kingdom. I think I'm slaughtering that name. I just looked it up too. It almost looks like Thracian, but I think it's Thracian Kingdom. Very cool kingdom. They got the Thracian warriors, very deadly. So who are they taking on? Well, we've got mostly Greek factions. We've got Macedon, like I said, led by Nico. I am commanding Epirus. Very excited. Haven't played them in a long time. And then we have Mr. Brunswick, who is leading Syracuse. So all Greek, and I want to let you know that all the players here were using my Discord, so they were also using voice communication, which is really cool. So let's do some normal speed here and get this show on the road. So they are heavily focusing down Nico's side here, the side he is defending. Brunswick going in with a pretty wise decision of charging in some companion cav, but unfortunately the enemy was well prepared for that and retreated his skirmishers. The artillery just still shelling Nico's position, which is exactly what you want to do in a situation like this. I mean, take your time. There's no walls that you have to worry about. There's no arrow towers that are shooting at your men constantly. Sit back, you know, skirmish down the enemy, and then charge up the infantry. And that's what they are doing here. Oh my God. Lots and lots of Pila and Javies, whatever you prefer. These are more Javies than Pila. But yeah, lots of volleys there. Really trying to soften up. What has he got here? The Thorax Swordsman, which he is. Ooh, look at all the Javies in this shield. These men just have to hold and just hope they don't get slaughtered here. I love the fact that you can see every individual projectile hit and bounce and go in and kill different units. This poor guy got a javelin right through his head. Rest in peace, man. So yeah, I do want to show you around the map real quick because there's some interesting points here. They can move up this way, which they already are. They've brought a lot of spears and Thorac warriors. Now, Thorac warriors, they're pretty good, but if I'm not mistaken, they're pretty weak to archer fire. Like, their armor is not the greatest. They do have small shields, but yeah, you got to watch out with the arrow fire. But they're pushing in with all these really deadly Thorac warriors. Back over here, they are small secret passageways that you can go through. So we've got, you know, men protecting all kinds of breaches over on the other side. Just wanted to show you that real quick. Let's go back over to this fight where Nico, I mean, honestly, this caught me off guard in the replay. I don't even remember this happening so quickly. But they are pushing a bunch of Thorac warriors against Nico's position, and Nico was not prepared for this and left a big gap in the center. We do have archers way up in the hill. So cool. firing down and trying to bring support to the hoplites. But the hoplites, unfortunately, are surrounded now, and Brunswick is having to send over some of his reserves over to this side to help support it. Yeah, Brunswick was playing more as a support army in this siege, and Nico and myself are holding the outer, or not the outskirts, but like the outer points of the city. So yeah, honestly, I love, that is kind of my favorite in these siege battles, is being the support guy. Because then you just can like really sit back and really analyze the battlefield. You don't have to act right away. In some cases you do, but you can really sit back and support your teammates the best way possible. You can also get a lot of cav work done since you're not having to micro like multiple units of infantry. You can move cav around and support your allies in many different ways. But even though he broke through the center, thanks to Brunswick and Nico holding his line, able to defeat most of these Thracian warriors pretty early on. Pretty nice win for us there. Over here, the skirmishers, I think, are mostly out of ammo. We do have some peltas in the back here, but we got mercenary hoplites now pushing up, ready to engage the thorax swordsman. So you can see that this is getting pretty juicy, guys. Oh, the artillery, man. That was a perfect hit. Now would be a perfect time to charge in since their lines are unorganized, but he is giving him time to reform his lines. These hoplites, are they going to move in? Yes, they are moving in now. I think he should have moved in a little bit sooner, right after that artillery. But there we go. The epic fight begins. Yeah, this was so... There's something I love about hill... Oh, no! Friendly fire. Oh, man. Okay. Look at the hole it created in these two lines. Something I love about seeing men hold on top of a hill and another army, like, attack it. It just looks so cool. It's so cinematic. And the artillery also helps, make it that much more epic. So let's see what's going on in the outer parts here. Now the artillery looks like it's just kind of going for the deeper lines, the reserve forces and the archers. A lot of archers are being positioned, being moved, I guess, like over to this side. So the rules for this battle, pretty standard rules that we use for most battles. Max 4 range, max 2 pikes, pikemen, not hoplites, and then max 1 artillery. So I think almost all the players have moved all of their skirmishers to this side. So we pretty much have done the same. Oh no, that was a direct hit. Look at that. That is a big hole in his lines. That was an excellent shot from the artillery. Very risky using your artillery in this spot. But yeah, we're dedicating a lot of our archers over here, and we're trying to match their archers so Nico's troops don't get overwhelmed with arrow fire. So let's actually do some slow motion here, because wow, this is really, really fast. We defeated the first wave of assault here from the Thracian infantry. He is sending up more troops and some cav. This is not good because this flank right here is completely open. Well, it is being guarded by Brunswick, but yeah, there is a couple gaps here and there where he can move his cav in, which I think is what he's going to be going for. Nico kind of out of position here with his hoplites. I think he was trying to surround some spears. I think that these hoplites were guarding up here, but now they're kind of a little bit out of position here. But that's okay. What's important here is that he's holding back these Thracian warriors, and we can reorganize the lines later. So let's go back over to the juicy fighting. But oh, by the way, guys, nothing happening here. Very slow maneuvers. We do have some cav kind of playing some mind games with us. I've got my cav kind of mirroring their movements. So I'm trying to, make sure they don't get us by surprise here. But yeah, we're just kind of, nothing too crazy going on in that flank. But the hoplites seem to be doing pretty well against the Macedonian thorax swords. They might just be able to break through here. And look at this. This is a big concern. I'm actually quite surprised the attackers are not sending up some swordsmen through these gaps. I mean, imagine surrounding these thorax swords. Because they're not doing that, I mean, they've got the reserves back here. At least, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of forces over here as well. But yeah, they've got the forces. They could send in more infantry. But the thorax the hoplites. Excuse me, the hoplites. Oh my god. Okay, so many things going on right now. Nice archer fire, breaking thorax swordsman. Big giant hole in this defense. And I'm having to... See, what am I doing at this point? I'm moving archers over this way. I think I'm moving archers over to the cav so that the cav, I can just start shooting at them. Just so they would go away. They were really annoying me because I wanted to help my team elsewhere and having... Oh, wait, no, okay. Hold on. Okay, let's slow motion this. All right, just for a second here. We actually have... Remember that cav? They are pushing through our lines. How did it get through? I believe they just... Unfortunately, just pushed through these hoplites, and now Nico's are these mercenary? No, these are just Macedonian archers are open for a cav charge. So let's actually. Oh, and they're gonna throw in some. Okay, let's do normal speed, please, though. We'll watch it in slow motion. Look at this, boom! And I'm throwing in my cav as well to try to protect Nico's archers. All right, so let's get out and do normal speed. So yeah, I'm trying to protect Nico's archers here. My cav was a little too late. Unfortunately, I did not see this cav play by the enemy, so I was a little too slow to defend Nico's archers. And his archers, they're just archers. They're not like super skilled and have great morale. So they're and look at it. He doesn't even care about my cav. He's just gonna run right past them and run down these archers and give me hell, or give Nico hell. But I'm trying to prevent that, dang it. And then we've got even more cav. More cav coming in this way. And look, this is a little scummy. Now, I don't know. Okay, it's only scummy if he did this on purpose. Sometimes this accidentally happens, or the AI will, like, the unit will do it on its own. But cav should have no business being able to push through a hoplite formation. This is heavy units. Cav cannot do that. And see how he's just kind of pushing through? That's an exploit. That's very cheesy in Rome 2 and not very fun or fair. So he's just kind of pushing through the hoplites, and I'm having to, I have to commit some of my hoplites over here to support. So they are just attacking our back lines here with cav as much as possible. I mean, either to distract us or go after vulnerable units. But I think we've got most of his cav surrounded, so that's good. What I did, so what happened over here exactly is that he pushed his cav this way and attacked. You know, I mean, you saw it. He went this way and he pushed through the hoplites. With my units, I pushed through this opening and I went behind him. So he is completely surrounded here in this fight, and he shouldn't really do too much damage. So yeah, pretty cool situation there. Still haven't engaged me over on this side, and the fighting is still going on, and it's looking a little rough over here. You can see there's a lot of gaps in our defenses. There is this random unit. I don't even know how he got. Look at him. Is he trying to escape? He's like, excuse me, pardon me. I got to join the fight over here, boys, if you don't mind. Seriously, this soldier, well, he's dead now, just littered with javies, just walk through the enemy to join the fight over here. That is hilarious. But yeah, we're holding the best we can. I'm moving up archers again, trying to, you know, counter their archers. He's got some archers kind of supporting the fight here, and you can see that this has just been the like kill zone for both armies in this siege battle. This has been the hot zone, so to speak. Like, there's just been a lot of death and destruction over here in this fight. We still have a ton of infantry over on this flank as well, as the Macedonians are holding the best they can against the Thracian warriors. You got archers supporting them up top on this hill. They're gonna move a little bit closer, maybe get some better shots. You can see that, you know, they've got plenty of reserve that, you know, are just asking to get harassed by the archers. And there goes another charge. Brunswick setting in the Etruscan hoplites, surrounding these Thracian warriors. And look at this, more and more swordsmen are appearing. More infantry, lots more infantry are coming this way because they really, really want to push through here. I assume the enemy felt like this was their best attack, like place to break through and get through. And that's why they're dedicating so many troops over to this side. There we go. Here comes the reinforcements. Look at this, guys. Thracian nobles. Very deadly. Very deadly. They do a lot of damage. Now, again, like I said, I'm pretty sure their armor is pretty light. You got to try to focus them down with arrows. Oh, my God. Look at that. Look at that charge. So many troops. But these mercenary hoplites, they hold. They're not going to give up so easily. And this is when I finally dedicate more troops. I've got some mercenary Italian swordsmen marching over to that front. Just as more of a security blanket, so to speak. It seems like Brunswick is holding for now. But just in case, which by the way, he's got Cav breaking through again. How? My God, this Cav has been a huge nuisance. A thorn on our side, or the thorn stuck in our paw, if you want to go with that, so to speak. I don't know what I'm saying here. It's been a pain dealing with this Cav. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I think we've pretty much got it surrounded, especially with the help of my mercenary Italian swordsman. So let's go ahead and do slow motion again, just for a second. Make sure we're not missing anything. The enemy over on this side still have not engaged my troops. I got more Italian swordsmen holding here. I got some pikes holding over here. But yeah, they haven't engaged them at all. So he's taking a much more patient approach. I think he should have attacked a little bit sooner. He also brought 3 units of cav, Thracian horsemen. So that's really relying on a lot of cav here. I think he might have, it would have been better for him to invest in more infantry, but we'll see how that plays out. And this is a great tactic right here. This is something I do all the time. Put your men into column formation and push them right through the lines. So there they go, going around. If I was him, I would keep pushing through. But he's got more. Either my Italian swordsmen kind of stop them in their track. What are they doing now? Oh, they're surrounding the thorax swordsman. This is like the last original unit that's been holding this this hill, I believe. But now I'm sending in even more troops. I've got pikemen over here now. So I'm rushing them in. And as soon as they get close, I will put them in pike formation. And pikemen are especially hard to take on, especially, you know, in the front of the unit. Or not. Maybe I'm not putting them in pike formation, but I promise you I do eventually. I do eventually. Let's see, what else do I got? More archers. I mean, both armies are just throwing whatever they've got in this situation. They're just doing everything they can to hold this line because neither army wants to give up here. And this is really bad. The general has broken through the center lines, and we've got nothing nearby. But my archers are close, so this is, I gotta do slow motion here. I have to, because this is one of the most badass things I've experienced in Total War. It's up there, it's pretty cool. So these troops are charging through, right? I'm like, maybe I don't notice it quite here, but Brunswick has sent in his thorax swordsman now. And this is when I tell my mercenary archers to open fire. Now, remember how I said that the Thracian warriors and nobles, they don't have great armor? Okay, so there we go. I've finally given I'll do some normal speed. There we go. Come on, men. All right, we're going to slow motion this. Ready? They fire, and let's watch. And in one volley, right, guys? Hold on, let's just keep watching. One volley, right there, the general died. I don't know if I got really lucky, but the general was killed. I'm pretty certain either not in that volley or the next one. Oh, no, it's the next one, actually. Here it comes. Here it comes. Pretty soon. Come on. Come on. Oh, it's still motioned it again. Hold on. Or did I? Maybe I did kill him. Oh, my God. This is like the coolest moment, and I'm doing such a poor job of explaining what the heck's going on. I'm pretty sure. Archers, are you going to fire again or nah? Okay, so I must have killed them there. Because the reason I stopped firing is because my ally's so close and I don't want to get any friendly fire. So that one volley killed the general. It's more badass live, I guess. You had to be there. Because you're probably thinking, what's so cool about that? It was just awesome to be like in panic mode. Like, oh God, it's general. And then one volley, general dies and it's all okay. You know, like, we did it. But yeah. There we go. We're Brunswick doing a good job of sealing up the gaps. I'm sending in even more troops. I got my most deadliest warriors here. My swordsmen, deadliest swordsmen. They're kind of just sitting in reserve, just letting the enemy know, hey, we're not giving up on this spot. And more of these guys pouring in. Look at all these nobles. It's so epic. Look at all these pikes. So good. Look at this bird's eye view. Foggy battlefield. Arrows coming down. Definitely trying to use our archers to take out these Thracian nobles. A very gruesome close quarter fight here. We got some very brave troops pushing back the enemy much further than the main line. I'm just holding my pikes here. If we go back over to this side, still nothing. So this is a pretty cool thing I did here. I mean, it's not that cool, but I'll explain it. These archers focusing fire on my pikes, which is smart by him. He's done a decent amount of damage, but I can't move my pikes because this infantry will pour in. So what I'm doing is I'm sending in my Etruscan hoplites, and they are going to take their spot. And once they're in position, yep, there we go. I take my pikes, and I'm going to get them out of there. Run, pikes, run! I've got these guys to kind of protect them. So I thought that was a little clever tactic. And now I'm moving my archers from that other side of the battle to run to the other front and to help support fire down at these archers. But everywhere else, pretty solid. We are running low on reserves, but so are the enemy. You know, they're running low. I think he's finally committing infantry to this fight. Yeah, sure enough, here he goes. He's got his mercenary hoplites joining the fight. I think he should have done this a lot sooner, though. I think, you know, we've done a ton of damage over here. And this isn't even really a concern as much because we have it so locked down. You know, we have it so heavily protected with pikes, hoplites, swordsmen. It's a thick line they're going to have to, you know, thick, T-H-I-C-C, thick. Back over here, there's some cav play going on. Some infantry kind of doing a sally out, sort of. You know, it's kind of hard to sally out when you have no walls, but you know what I'm talking about. But we've got some nobles here surrounded. What happened, we kind of missed it, but we dedicated some of our cav to charge in. Brunswick, actually, if you see his cav died right here, he was actually chasing down their archers, trying to silence them. Though I'm pretty sure his archers are pretty low in ammo. My cav charged in as well, but he got caught by the enemy general, and I just kind of left him there to fight. But this is kind of the aftermath of that event. Cool. So let's go back here. Just keep watching this glorious fight. It never gets old. This is why we play Total War right here. This epic grand battle feeling. It's just so great. And they're really pushing over here. Pushing hard on my hoplites. And they're getting some decent kills. I'm trying to send my pikes back into that flank. Because if he's going to fire at my pikes again, he risks friendly fire. But the pathfinding is kind of buggy, mostly because of this building here. Whose shed is this? Burn it down. What? That's my shed. But yeah, trying to get my pikes over there, but it's not, yeah, it's not the best formation, but that's okay. Now I've got archers going into the fight. I think these guys used up all their ammo, so I'm just sending them in to hold them back just to make sure they don't break through. I've got another unit of swordsmen over here to support this front. Brunswick sending over some archers. I've got my archers back over here. They're focusing fire at their archers. My cav is moving out, mixed in with some hoplites. So I'm going to try to do some damage here, get aggressive. Maybe go after these archers over here. Is he sending cav? Let's see, is this infantry? Oh no, this is Thracian warriors coming over to kind of stop my cav. But there we go. This is when I go for the archers. Charge! Crush them. So great. So the archers are pretty much wiped out. My hoplites are moving in. I'm now charging this cav, trying to get them off the battlefield. I don't really mind the swordsmen too much for now because Nico's actually sending out his general. And he's going to get a charge here. Let's actually watch this. So here we are. Let's pretend we're one of the companion bodyguard. We're marching. The battle's going on. You can hear the roars and the metal clashing. But you're a part of this unit. And right over the hill, you get orders to charge. And you charge in and you crush these Thracian warriors. That's so cool. I love that feature that they added. You know, being able to hit insert and watch troops charge in. But we're breaking both their units. They're having to now leave, you know, not dedicate troops over here and have to sacrifice units to help fight in this area. So that's good for us. We got more troops kind of going in here. And you can see that things have definitely calmed down over here. The enemy forces are starting to run out of troops. They are just, their army is exhausted. They're running out of options. My troops up here slapping their shields with their swords, hitting their shields, and just mocking the enemy as they are not able to push up this hill. But, I mean, look at the aftermath. Look at the aftermath of this fight. All the carnage, all the I mean, this is just a carpet of bodies here that are just littering the town, which is great. You know, you could build a garden here. You know, good nutrition for the ground, make much more nutritious crops. Ah, man, words are hard. Now we're flanking with pikes over on this side. So we're just kind of, this is like the swinging door of death, coming around, putting the pikes down and surrounding these troops to finish this battle. Now the strongest part of their army now is over here because they've waited so long to attack. This is the healthiest part of their army. They've actually made some great progress on this flank and are starting to break through here. So I am now having to send units from this area that were defending these hidden choke points over to this main battle to help with this fight. Now Brunswick thankfully has some troops he can quickly assemble here, quickly mobilize and get into position. He's now using his archers to keep these guys in place, and I'm rushing over some pikes to get over there to help hold. And we're still fighting over here. We got the Macedonian cav trying to get out of there. The Macedonian. And now my hoplites are embracing these Thracian warriors on the outskirts of the town. But yeah, you can see the balance of power there in the corner is looking pretty good. I mean, they would need a miracle. They would probably need more than a miracle to win this battle. But anything's possible, I suppose. Now, of course, I know the outcome because I played the battle. But I think you guys are wise enough to know that this is going to be a solid victory for the defenders. But it was really fun to play at a unfortified settlement. It definitely changes up the strategy quite a bit. It makes, I think it honestly, and this might be weird to say, but I feel like when you're attacking a settlement like this, it's harder than attacking a walled settlement. Because walls you can kind of use against the defenders, and it can be very, very helpful. And this, you're kind of out in the open as much as the defenders, and it's kind of just like a pitch battle, but you got to fight through choke points. You know, it's a pitch battle, but one side can just kind of wait for you to attack. So it definitely brings a lot of different strategy to these battles, a lot of different tactics to these battles. Compared to walled settlements, and that's why I find this pretty interesting. And you know, it's kind of refreshing to see these types of settlements. Look at this, these troops moving down, charging in, surrounding these troops who are trying to push through, and that's going to be the nail in the coffin right there, guys. Now we have the two generals, actually our Macedon and my general fighting their general. Their troops are on the run. They are chain routing everywhere, and that's going to wrap it up for this battle. So it wasn't exactly amazingly close. I think they put up a great fight, though. I mean, we were really low on reserves. We were getting there. So if they had, I think if this player over here maybe brought less cav and had more infantry, I think also if he attacked here a little bit quicker, he would have put more pressure on multiple flanks of the settlement, would have caused a little bit more chaos. But let's end the replay. I mean, sometimes it's just hard, you know, sometimes it's just Total War, you know, sometimes it's just freaking hard to defeat the enemy. But yeah, some of my swordsmen did pretty well here. Italian swordsman getting 146, hoplites, spears, pretty even spread, nothing too crazy. Archer's doing pretty well as well. Here's Nico's kills, Brunswick, also known as Dadswick. And here's the opponents. Now, again, guys, remember to stay tuned for the Discord information. All these guys were chatting together. I want to give them a big thank you for joining this match and playing. They were great players, and they were a lot of fun. So, and I'm you know, they're more than welcome to join again. So yeah, thank you to all the players here. Thank you for watching. And I will see you guys next time on the battlefield. Okay, guys, here we are at the Discord. If you haven't joined this, there's a link to it, like I said, in the video description. I just wanted to really quick show you how this Discord works and how you can join us in battles. So the first thing you want to look for is important stuff. This is like server rules. And there is a very important rule here at the bottom you must do to get access to all these other channels. So please read these rules, very, very important. And please follow them. That's also important. So we've got my schedule here. This is where I upload my stream schedule. I'm currently streaming on Facebook. I'm sure you know. Here's streaming frequently asked questions about where I stream. You know, what I expect out of you guys. A lot of this is work in progress. We're going to add more to you know, more detailed information over the as the days go on. And this is how to become Old Guard. Now, Old Guard is a special role that I will give you if you're a good guy. That's basically it. So the way Old Guard works is that say you want to play, I'm streaming right now, which, by the way, whenever I'm in this streaming channel, that means I'm streaming. So if you want to play, you can join the stream waiting room, and then I will shift in and out different players to join me in these matches. So I will drag you up to the Old Guard because it is a locked server. Now, if you play, you have a decent computer and connection. Again, I'm not trying to be biased here. It's good for viewership, because if you have a really crappy computer or poor connection, it slows down the battle to like slow motion speed. It's really bad. And if you're a good guy, you follow the rules, you don't cause any drama, I will give you Old Guard. Old Guard role. That just means I can trust you, and I can easily get you into these matches without having to worry about lag or worry about drama or anything like that. So that's about it, guys. I mean, just look at the stream schedule. I'll also let you know what game I'm playing here if, you know, you need more detail. And just, you know, join this room. Anybody can join this room, and we'll try to get in as many people as possible. I do siege battles. So siege battles tend to take longer, so we can only get about 2 to 3 a stream session. So we'll try to, you know, you'll only really get one game if you do join, unless there's not enough people to swap you out. But that's about it, guys. I mean, of course, we have other stuff going on here, general, creative, game talk. You can look for other players. You can talk about free games, epic, but you can send in your battle replays, stuff like that. There's some voice channels you can play with your friends or whatever. It's just a fun place to hang out, and I hope to see you guys there. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you next time.